There's a world where a spoken word can get you arrested, where whole markets run on nothing but hands and bells and chalk. And in that world, two families were starving across one wee square, each holding exactly what the other needed. Somebody had to say something. Good thing food speaks fluent everything. I'm Vasha. The quiet door let us out at dawn, into an alley under a bell tower. First thing you notice is the hush. Not an empty hush, a working one. Cartwheels wrapped in cloth, hammers swaddled in felt. Second thing, the plaque on the wall. Pictograms. A mouth, a line through it. I, the law. The market square was the bonniest conversation I've ever seen, and not one word in it. Prices flashed on chalk slates. Hands flew. A whole grammar of fingers. This for that. 2, dear. Done deal. Blessings on your house. Bells for numbers. I ken kitchens. And believe me, this was a kitchen. Everyone cooking the same silence. Ranan lasted, by my count, 40 seconds. He drew breath to narrate. The lad narrates like breathing, and a warden simply raised one finger, not angry, just certain. Ranan bit down on his own hand and spent the morning vibrating. Annika handed him her slate. He filled the whole thing inside a minute. Then Arune's wrist woke. And here's the strange bit. It pulsed twice. 2 pulls, 2 directions. 2 houses facing each other across the same square like a pair of scowling grandmothers. Which, we'd learn, is exactly what they were. The maze had never pointed at 2 people before. Some hurts come in pairs. House, the first. The Bracks, Millers. A granary stacked to the rafters with good grain, and a supper table with nothing on it but boiled barley. No salt, no fish, no flavor, day after day. A wee lass named Naya answered the door. You can see hunger in a bairn's wrists. I see it in my sleep now. House, the second. The sorrels, salters, racks of silver fish smoked to perfection, salt white as first snow. And not one heel of bread in the whole house. Their boy, Tam, was trading his own toys for crusts at the market's edge. 2 full pantries, Hiantu. 2 empty tables. 1 square of stubborn in between. The chalk history wall told us why. Long ago, this world talked itself into a war. Words sharpened into blades until whole cities burned. The peace that followed banned the weapon itself. And the last words ever spoken aloud in this town? A curse. Brack and Sorel, 2 grandmothers, each blaming the other. Silence keeps a feud terribly fresh. I asked to see their kitchens. You can mime, "May I see your kitchen?" It mostly involves looking hopeful and holding a ladle. Both hearths, cold, swept, mined, tended, but cold a long, long while. A cold hearth is just a broken heart with a chimney. That's when I knew. Talk wasn't the way in. Supper was. Annika tried the sensible thing first. She's a dear, sensible soul. A written contract, grain for saltfish, fair weights, tidy signatures. Both grandmothers read it. Both looked across the square. And both tore it in half with the exact same motion, like mirrors. Logic bounced right off. You cannot arithmetic your way through a wound. Arune tried the heart next. She signed it slow and gentle as falling snow. Your children, Kaina. Your children are hungry, and their children are hungry, and hunger has no side. The old eyes went wet, right enough. And then both women turned their backs. Sometimes pride is the last thing a person owns. You don't snatch it from them. You cook it something. So here's what I told my crew that night. Hands and slate. Nobody in this town needs to talk. They need to eat. Together. One pot, one square, no sides. A meal made of both houses. So refusing it means refusing themselves. Ranan wrote, "That's sneaky," on his wee slate. Aye, lad. Kitchen sneaky. The oldest kind. Then, the borrowing. From the back door. A sack of their grain. I bowed low and left 3 spice tins in its place. From the sorrels, salt and 2 silver fish. Same bow, same tins, same coin exactly. Both grandmothers watched from their windows, too curious to refuse, too proud to ask. Perfect. Curiosity is a door already ajar. And then, my friends, I cooked. Flat-out festival cooking. Wok tossed high, flame blooming like a marigold. Knife work drumming the board. Kitchen kung fu. My grandmother's whole art. Loud as a parade in a town where nothing is loud. The bells couldn't find me. There is no law on this world against a wok, singing. Smell is the one language no law can ban. Toasted grain, sweet smoked fish, my island pepper. The cloud of it rolled across the square and knocked on both doors at once, polite as you like. Shutters opened, noses lifted, and the children broke first, as children blessedly do. Naya from one door, Tam from the other. Running, I sat the pair of them on the well rim and handed them 1 bowl, 2 spoons. Didn't plan a lesson. I had more soup than bowls, honest. They ate like weather. Halfway down, Tam pushed the last dumpling to her side. Naya split it in 2. And behind them, 2 doorways had gone very, very quiet. The grandmothers came out like winter, slow, certain, cold about the edges. I met each with a full bowl and a deep bow. Their grain, their salt, their fish, 1 pot. Refuse it, and you're refusing your own house, and hers, and the wee ones eating on the well. Take it, and, well, let's see what supper can do. They ate, standing, glaring at each other over the rims like duelists. Then the brat grandmother stopped, stared into her bowl, and her free hand made a sign, small, rusty with disuse. The sign for remember. And the sorrel grandmother, tears standing, answered with the sign for wedding. I'd cooked something older than the feud. Naya's granny fetched a slate, hands shaking. This was the marriage dish. Brack grain, sorrel salt, the dish their two houses cooked together at every wedding since counting began, until the last betrothal broke and took the recipe down with it. I hadn't invented a piece, Hiantu. I'd reheated one. Finest review of my career. Then the thing I'll keep forever. The second batch. Two old women at one walk, elbow to elbow, hands remembering each other's rhythm. You fold, I pour. Quarreling in gestures over my seasoning. Thank you very much, and grinning like girls. The square filled. Slates traded. Grain went one way, salt the other. 100 years late, when the pot scraped empty, the whole square raised their hands and twinkled their fingers. Their applause. Silent as snowfall and twice as bonny. Naya taught me the sign for delicious. I taught her the sign for seconds. Some words the law never thought to ban, because no war was ever started by them. Above our pale door, the chalk-white sigil warmed to amber and lit like a struck lamp. Deed done. And not our deed alone, mind. The town turned that key with us. Back in the hub, the second mark kindled on the keystone. 2 worlds, 2 suppers worth of kindness. The maze keeps a fine ledger, hub hearth, that night. My world cuisine ledger. Entry the second. The silent market, humble stores, brilliant smoking, criminal lack of pepper. 7 of 10. Would cook again. Ranan talked for 2 hours straight, making up for lost words. And I missed my Kira and my noisy iron walk, something fierce. Good noise. That. Home noise. Dick, 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 dick. Across the hub, a new door had woken. Brass gears across its whole face, turning, ticking, tick, tick, like a clock with opinions. Annika stood before it a long while, filigree glinting, head tipped to one side. It isn't ticking, she said at last, flat as a skillet. It's counting. Down. So, Hiantu, love. Question 3. From my kitchen to yours. Every family's got one. The dish that could call yours to one table, no matter the feud. The one that means, remember. What's yours? Tell me below, and then cook it for somebody this week, aye? Go on now. See you at the ticking door.